Of course, everyone's going to actually hear the music for the first few moments. And then we'll get things going here. I need a coaster or something for that. Let's move my phone away from it. Put my phone right there. Okay. Let's turn up the volume on the mic here as well. Coaster or something for that. Oh, of course, and that's obviously when the fan turns on. I turned you off. Well, let's deal with it. Making sure things are working here. Watch videos right now. You get really this. Oh, of course. Sorry, watch. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Sean. Well, let's deal with it. Making sure things are working here. I think the audio is pretty good. Ish. For those of you who haven't seen my setup yet, you're over here now. So obviously, here is the computer setup. The microphone. My little streaming setup there. Obviously the new computer. And all the way over here is the actual streaming PC. So I'm just gonna slide you back up here. Turn it a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so plan for today. Kind of set some goals for ourselves. Plan is obviously still increase the size of the military. I did two things off screen between the last live stream and this one. The first one being that I bought troop transports from the Germans. They haven't officially agreed to the terms yet. I think we bought them for $2 million. We just bought basically the production rights, I guess you can call them, for the unit. Second thing I was doing was I was kind of pre-planning a little bit, because the plan is I wanted to kind of set a deadline for the actual war with the United States. It's going to be September 25th or the end of September, 5 years from now. So in we'll say 1925. No later than. We want to go to war with them by then, no matter what. A few things I want to do. I also ordered my engineers at West because I want to fortify this location right here, so we have basically we can stop any push up from a rail line from the Americans here. We're also going to take out this rail line here south of Winnipeg, and then we're going to remove all the rail lines west of Thunder Bay here. So we're going to use the actual new tool, the removal tool. And you can stay there. Kind of wish though I could click and drag. This is going to take a little while. So we're going to remove the rail going to the border. Now, one thing I could do is I could actually fortify those locations and make them a little harder for the Americans to get to, but I really don't want to set the Americans up for basically some, I can't do that, invasion corridors. We're also going to come up with an idea here. Plan is to put multiple barracks here and put up additional units as my engineers go west. So the first priority is build fortifications here, so we have like a buffer. We're going to build some fortifications around Vancouver, or I might just let Vancouver fall. Worst case scenario, they take some parts of Vancouver, some power plants and stuff. That's no big deal. I would happily trade them Vancouver for the entire East Coast. I mean, that's just simple math, right? So I might leave Vancouver susceptible. And it basically has an easy target for the AI. Once it sees it's pushing up, it'll keep pushing up. I'm pretty much ignoring Alaska altogether, just because when you hit S, the supply is just ridiculous for both sides. One of my major concerns, obviously, is a massive amount of troops in the American Northwest, basically taking Vancouver and then pushing into our oil reserves. But, I mean, they have to go through the mountains and all that stuff, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm a little concerned, but my major concern is them pushing up via this railway here, directly into Calgary and Alberta. So, Calgary's right here. So, Lethbridge and all that stuff. Lethbridge, who'd have known? Lethbridge would actually be an important thing. We're also going to knock out the bridge here, near the armpit, aka, so if you're from, anyone from not from Southern Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie, armpit of Ontario, because it reaches over the United States. And we're also going to knock out the bridge east of Kingston. I don't think I can do anything, yeah, because the Americans technically are on the rivers here. So I can't take these out. I'd have to move in, take Detroit, destroy the rivers, or destroy the bridges, and then withdraw before the Americans' reserves showed up. We wouldn't be able to do that. So our other plan is, once we kind of get that all situated, we're going to build fortifications west of Lake Champlain. And then we're going to prioritize our invasion corridor to basically the New England area. So Massachusetts, Eastern New York, Vermont, those states. New Hampshire, I think it's up there too. Yeah. Maine being obviously the biggest one there. Because New York's not that... Well, actually, New York is bigger than Maine. But plan is basically go down the East Coast. That's where the majority of fighting is going to be. That's where the majority of, casualties are going to be. So the plan will be to fortify basically Ontario, stop a push up to Ottawa, and then just keep putting the pressure more and more and more on the United States and moving towards the capital. They will move their capital probably out west somewhere. So, I mean, once we get to DC, it's going to be a matter of where they move their capital to and can we get to it. So phase 1 of the invasion we'll go over later on, but yeah, so let's unpause anyways. Plans to go for like 3 hours or so today, so we actually might get to the beginning of the war possibly. My engineers should be heading, yep, here we go. Now, one thing I was tempted and thinking of doing to test the American supply system, or even our supply system, was actually to send... Okay, so we're actually going to fix that right now. I was going to try and get some sort of arrangement with them, and then send troops down to the States and kind of have them run around a little bit along the East Coast just to see, but we're going to order all these guys to do construction there. And then we're going to build first and foremost a fortification. Barracks. Supply depot. And right now we don't have gun emplacements. Oh, I just screwed that up. I just screwed that up. Quite masterfully, if I must say so. There we go. Build, transport, emplacement. breakthrough, modern clothing. Yeah. You want to sell me yeah, okay, you know what, we'll do that. 'Cause we're actually building up money here. A little bit. Research is going to go for a while. I'm not too worried about artillery because all our artillery is old. Synthetic fuels might be a good idea. Does anything in here give me an actual... There we go. Anything that gives us a bonus at this point is what I would prefer. Alright, so our first fortification is in place. Now, I should be able to... So I can't build anything around that. Okay, good. So that'll be our fortified location. And this town here of Lethbridge, you're going to have a barracks. And a supply depot. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is the majority of our forces are currently in reserve here at Boreal. What I'm going to do is take 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, 6, and 7. And I just deployed artillery somewhere. Did I not? I good, because I misclicked. That was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. 3, 4, 5. No, not you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Should be 7 guys, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. All of you are now going to be ordered to Lethbridge, but I'm going to tell them to go here first. Highlights, and you're all going to come back east to there. You're going to take a minute to get onto the location you need to go to. Once they hit the railway, they'll just take off. Perfect. So now, when the guys deploy from this barracks, they will automatically go here now for me. Perfect. I'm going to click on these ones. They should do the same thing. Right. You're already at the location, so you're fine. There we go. Both of you are at the right location already. You don't need to deploy anybody, so we're fine. Move you guys all up. Now, we don't have gun emplacements. I don't remember what I have to research for gun emplacements. I think Americans have aircraft tech yet, do they? We have airships and patrol aircraft. You have tank tech. We're trying to use our friendship with the Americans to our advantage here. Did they agree to that? I think they agreed to that. Right? They agreed to that, didn't they? Yeah, land. Yeah, okay. They agreed to that. Oh, I don't have any tanks. That will be the main thing right there. You don't have any tanks. You also don't have any tanks, which is actually a good thing. Let's go early aircraft engines, grenade fusing. We get tons of money, actually. Let's see if we can actually almost level ourselves out with the Americans technologically. 960 million. I will happily agree to that. And they agreed. Perfect. So when it comes to research left... we still got lots of research. What I'm doing is I'm just removing... stuff that there's no point in researching yet. There's still two artillery weapons. Yeah, there's aircraft that I don't really need right now. Okay, let's get the building here going. Build transport. We're just gonna build trenches. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Get our trenches up and running. And the plan will be to deploy, obviously, our ground units to this location. You can go there. You two can go there. This is going to be our primary defense to stop them from obviously capturing our main actual production facility. So our second one is, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you are deploying to there. Okay. I forgot about that. You can actually go... Oh, you're good to go. Alright, perfect. I actually think we're good to go. Problem is, right, the moment we declare war with the United States, we're probably going to get hurt and hurt bad. So what I'm going to do... those barrack locations. Or they'll deploy from those barracks and immediately go to those positions. So that we don't really have to worry too much about ordering troops to the fortified spot. Same with the guys over here. They're all going to go to their predetermined locations. I'm actually going to get you just to stay here. You're only 3 groups of infantry and a cavalry, so you're a lot better. You're in reserve in case this location falls. You're there just kind of to help and hold. And so are you. I believe we have some troops here. Yeah, nothing fancy. We have nobody there. And we got troops here, here, here. There's 96 of you. Then I believe we have a small batch of troops there, and no one in our capital. So I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. You go there, please. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Scroll back up to our infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Infantry is just a little too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll make sure that none of these guys were the guys that just deployed by accident. We're good. So everyone deployed from here. So we have 4 of them now. So you all, I should be able just to highlight and say reserve. Perfect. So now if we did a drill, and if I ordered a full mobilization of our forces, those guys should deploy automatically there. What I'm going to do, you're going to be ordered to deploy to Sherbrooke, because that's going to be our main jump-off point into the United States. You say Sherbrooke. You guys are all pretty much there. We're going to change up our construction as well now. Well, there we go. Supply trucks. Now, I could start building armored cars as well. This one has a spotting of 35 and a hard target of 2. So a 1, 3, 2, 3. Probably the exact same. It's the same vehicle, just armored autocar. Yeah, they're probably just all the same. Probably just with some range and speed differences, probably. There's just little tiny differences. So remember, we are allied with the UK. So theoretically, we could pull, because the UK is allied right now with France and Russia. So theoretically, if we went to war with the United States, that could draw England in. Once England starts fighting against the Americans, that can then draw the French and the Russians in on our side. So we could theoretically have a massive war on American territory, aggression-wise, with British support, French support, and Russian support. What I wouldn't mind doing is trying to make some sort of deal with the Mexicans, and be like, hey, here's the deal. Let's do a deal a la, was it Red Dawn? Basically split the United States in half. They can have the entire West Coast. We'll take everything east of the Rockies. Because then the British could come up through there too. Because if the British get involved, the British Navy will hopefully keep the American Navy at bay. Because right now the American Navy, not a big deal to worry about. It's 1920. American Navy doesn't really become a big worrisome problem until the 40s. The ground forces, on the other hand, $2.24 million. We have 74,000. No, we're almost on the same production level as them, but we cannot really produce. Well, we're not producing any warships because we don't have the ability to produce warships. Or do we? $400 million. That'll give us the ability to at least build warships. I should have gone for more later. Probably going to go for more of a medium style navy. Something that can skirmish with the Americans and just harass their navy. So what we're going to do is we're going to build one sub and 2 escort ships. The escort ships take 150 days. The sub takes 50. And the plan is going to be, hopefully, theoretically, to just harass the American Navy. So I think our production is, yeah, 1's on the west coast, and I think we have 2 on the east coast. No. Oh yeah, well technically we do. Yeah, over here. Okay. So we have one at Cartier, Halifax, and things Vancouver proper. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that. Abbotsford, Chilliwack. Soyuz isn't in here. Or some people call it Osi. Nanaimo, Comox? Nope. Comox is here. River, interesting. Mental note on that one. Victoria. So continue that. I'm really not concerned about aircraft because I already know the Americans are probably gonna be able to outproduce me and outdo me with aircraft no matter what. But the Eindecker. There we go. Buy a fighter and an interceptor. Or sorry, a bomber and an interceptor from the Germans. That's going to cost me 10 million. So we now do need to produce these aircraft. What I'm actually going to do is produce them right here. Now, mind you, this also means I'm going to have to build air bases as well. They'll probably buy a lot of industrial goods, which is no big deal. Knowing my luck, one of the countries will actually offer a lot of the stuff to us. There we go. That's a, no. You're probably having issues because there's no industrial good. No, rubber is still. So I'm going to need synthetic rubber. That's going to be something I'm going to definitely need to do. Yeah, no. So we're bleeding a little bit more than expected. Okay, we're good. Airfields will start becoming good to go momentarily. Every day we'll be losing less and less money. There we go. 3 more are complete. Unemployment's a bit of a problem. No big deal there. So the Americans currently have 2.2 million active personnel right now in their country. That is kind of scary. I actually want to get my engineers up and running right now. There should be a filter option in here somewhere, is there not? Oh no, I can only... I thought there was a filter option in here. So normally these guys will go east to Chilliwack there, or to Chilliwack, Sherbrooke, but they don't need to. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Canada successfully research atomic fundamentals, bringing them one step closer to obtaining nuclear weapons. I will not use them on the United States. Maybe. Military aviation. You seem like you're something that would probably give me molecular biology? Probably plastics. Improved plastics. Ah, synthetic rubber. There we go. So synthetic rubber is definitely a priority for us. Because we have way more oil right now than we need. Perfect. .7% unemployment. It's getting low. And there we go. They're all done. We should start making money again. You can all go back to reserve. And in the meantime, we're going to be making 1 tactical bomber and 2 fighters. Boom. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Okay. So we still have 4 more to build up our military. We're currently at 100,000 active personnel now, of 82,000 in reserve. 87,000 reserve. That's from our engineers. I ordered you to increase reserve personnel, did I not? I did, okay. Oh, so many ideas, so many ideas, so many plans, so many theories, so many ideas. Improve guns, okay. $1918 tank tech. You still don't have a tank, which is good. Perfect. I'm trying to get as fast as I can to synthetic rubber here. Improve plastics. Modern microscopes. Nice process. I want to get to synthetic rubber as fast as I can. How much of this is non-tradable tech? You are an era tech. So I think improved plastics in this case is actually the, I guess maybe the gateway science that'll unlock the next batch, right? Yeah, it unlocks synthetic rubber directly. But for synthetic rubber, I need magnetic tapes and modern microscopes. For magnetic tapes, I need a lot of you. So theoretically, you don't have any tanks. England, you do. It's going to keep bouncing around. Mark 1. Six, 7, and 5 versus... Oh, yeah. $244 million for a tank. Plus weapon manufacturing advances and Tank Tech 18. I'm getting 3 things for basically 1 unit. I have no problem with that. So I like how now when you buy a unit, you have to also buy the tech, so you basically know how to use it, which is good. Or not. Wrestling forces, you would be a big deal. Launch physics, missile concepts. Isotope process, quantum physics. I think you get me towards nuclear power, which will be good. I'm not too worried about chemical weapons. But this now gives us the ability to build tanks, if I'm not mistaken. It does. So tanks are obviously going to be our primary invasion weapon now. Infantry and artillery are going to be used as basically more of a... because we have tons of them now. They're going to be more used as a follow-up. So we're going to use the tanks to smash through and use the infantry to run down the rail lines and hit the main targets and towns. And then the tanks will come in as well and just obliterate the tanks and the Americans. So we're going to be able to produce 3 of these at once. So every 30 days, we're getting 3 tanks. What are you doing? If you ever get stuck in that little loop, that just means one of these buildings had 2 people queued up. So you can just go to this screen and... So we have 535 units of infantry. $231 pieces of artillery. Let's get some armored cars mixed in there. There we go. Okay, so we're building armored cars, we're building tanks, we're building infantry. We're getting there. We're going to get to a point definitely where the Americans are going to get nervous. Or at least should. Just looking at time here, 2018. And you guys can't hear. Let me turn the game music on for a split second here. There we go. I don't know why this is not actually picking up. Nope. Speakers. Oh, because you're picking up from here. You're picking up from the Elgato. That's comms for Discord. So I think I should be fine now. Okay, so France and Australia have signed a deal. That's no big deal. Though, how good are terms of we're on good terms with France here. All we have is an embassy, so let's go with criminal extradition, free trade, free for labor force, and a non-aggression pact. And it looks like Russia has now become Soviet Russia. Let me guess, you're going to ask me for money. 9.3 million. I'll accept that. Soviet Russia, on the other hand, let's just go with non-aggression. Criminal extradition. Free for labor force. Really? we started with criminal extradition. Okay. Free for labor force. Great. Yeah, we'll start with criminal extradition then. Criminal extradition is not worth 1.9 or 1.79 to me, but the uptick in relations is worth it. So we'll look at that. Perfect. Done more research. I gotta queue up some better research here. Early combat aircraft, maybe. Analog fire control is Aerotech. You take too long to build right now. Yeah, you're kind of good, but still not as good as what we can do. Mobile anti-aircraft half-track. This could be good if the Americans turn out to have a better air force than we will, which is highly probable, so we'll throw that in the research. Still right now we're kind of stuck with you. We're stuck with pre-World War I warships. Now, one of the good things, too, is with World War I really not kicking off, a lot of countries aren't going to go hog wild into a lot of things, so... Warships are going, our aircraft are going. First batch of tanks are going to be showing up soon. So we have 3 aircraft currently in reserve, 2 interceptors, 1 ground attack fighter. We have 8 ships, some subs, some escort cruisers, no big deal. Ground troops, on the other hand, we have 848 ground troops, of which 540 are infantry, 28 of them are engineers, 12 are armored cars, 2 are armored cars, 13 are cavalry, 6 are tanks, and 236 of them are artillery cannons. Oh, and on top of that, we also have an additional 12 supply trucks. The supply trucks are going to basically run in with our guys as they run down the rail lines, keeping them supplied. And our plan is going to be more of a slow roll plan, where we just slowly roll over the United States. We have no short term. It's not going to be, hey, we have to take Washington by the following day. I have no problem with just grinding the Americans down and trying to bring all their forces to the east. If we can bring all their forces to the east, I'm going to be even happier. Motorized land forces, right there. Oh. Wait a minute. If I can get motorized land forces, I can make... Well, you know what? I'm still going to need a lot of infantry, so... What we'll do is we'll keep producing the infantry as we do right now, but we'll knock off 1 tank and change it out to a motorized infantry unit. And what I might do then is move a lot of our regular infantry out west to the prairies and have them mostly just hold the villages and the towns out this way. And maybe use our tanks and our motorized infantry and our artillery to just take the East Coast. But I mean, land forces won't be, it'll take about 2 months for them to do that. There, it's going to take a long time. Yeah, it's going to take about 70 days, 60 days minimum. That'll take a month. Okay, so we get a little while. Unless... We already have the Mark 1, so that's no big deal. Right, that's the tank I'm using. Oh no, I'm using the German tank, because the German tank is better. Yeah. $242 million for motorized units. Done. Mounted infantry. A recon armored car. Here we go. Research you. And we now have the ability to build technically our own tanks, but they're kind of out of date. So there we go. Gotta love it when your neighbor's willing to sell you all sorts of stuff. You send me better artillery? Yeah, you will. So remember, we got right now artillery with a range of 41 kilometers. It's like 3 hexes, 4 hexes. We obviously want something better than that. Strategic bombers would be nice, but $15, 8, and 7. I think this is the new better gun. Oh wait, no, 15, 8, 7. Yeah, it is a little bit better. They bought that from the Germans, I think. On the bright side, I can hover over American units right now because we're on good terms with them. We can see what they have. I'm going to turn you off temporarily and charge you. You're fine. Go down like so. There we go. So right now, the units that they have is regular infantry with a 4-1-4 option. Ours, exact same. Recon, we have the armored auto car. They have the Cadillac whatever. And it's got, what was it, a hard target of 2. We have this one, but we're not even going to use it, and it has a hard target of 2. Artillery. We right now have the 15-centimeter howitzer from Germany with a range of 41 kilometers. They have a 152-millimeter howitzer with a range of 41 kilometers. So our artillery really isn't good as theirs. They have a 9.44 artillery. We have a 10.55. So ours is a little bit better than theirs, but not by much. Ours does more damage. So what we'll probably end up doing is any areas where they have a lot of artillery is where we're going to use our motorized, or basically our tanks. And have our tanks just roll in there and just cause mayhem and destruction. We're also researching this armored vehicle as well. This should be good. And we'll support Switzerland to be going nuclear a little bit. Why not? You guys may also notice that I really haven't done much in regards to government stuff either. Kind of letting the economy and everything kind of go on. Ah, crap. Did I just stop the streaming by accident? YouTube. No, I'm still live. Okay, we're good. Whew. I thought for a second there I broke it. Close that tab there. New, old, / mouse. There we go. Yes. No. No to all those. So as we currently speak, I am obviously stockpiling military goods, and we're trying to push as best we can. $37,000 tons of rubber for $10 million. Rubber is cheap in this era. I will admit to that, which is good. I think we need to build. What's your problem? Isotope separation. Good to go. Mounted infantry. Good to go. World Market is offering us a cargo ship design. You're offering me a lump sum of military goods. No, I'm good. Thank you. Do I have actually any military? Yeah, I've got 3. I have 11 small. I hear shooting. What is going on there? So were German troops in... So German submarines were in French territory, and then the German subs were actually getting attacked. If I hover... If we go into this, we'll actually be able to look real quick. Germany has killed 10 units, but has had 357 casualties. Russia... Did Russia invade anybody while I was paying attention? Nope. So these are just basically aggression moves. So if anyone has broken anyone else's borders, that's all the losses from just border crossings by accident. Iran, Bulgaria, Spain, Brazil, Belgium. So right now, Russia has lost the most amount of units. They've lost 12 units. That's good to know. So we're almost at 100,000 units, our troops deployed. The Americans have built, I think, more naval. I think they had 6 before. So we're getting there. No one's at war, which is good. we're able to have a proxy war with just England? Okay, that's good to know. So if England ever goes to war with someone, we can actually get some experience by doing that. I wonder if there's an event where they actually give us Newfoundland and Labrador. Or if we have to take it. Oh, you really like me, which is good. Okay. So, you are no longer going to be continuing to build once you're done. And instead, you're going to get put in there. We're researching the other... Oh, we're researching tank tech right there, okay. There's the other armored car. I'm hoping this was better than the American armored car. If it is, we're laughing. If it's not, well, we took a chance. We spent a couple million, did research, realized that it's not as good as the American one, because we want better than American tech. That is our priority here. Okay, so I can capture territory there. Do the Americans have any rubber production? They do. They are producing rubber somehow. Is it the Philippines? No, you won't actually tell me. Hold on. It might be a synthetic rubber plant somewhere. No, until a little later. No, I'm good, thank you. Right. So we're doing good on consumer goods. I told you to export opportunities. Perfect. That's right, yeah, I am building the auto car. Totally forgot about that. Take you, we'll get rid of the other two. You're just going to get canceled outright. I'm going to unpause for a second and then say, what are you? So 1, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. So, you know what? Let's, instead of doing that, let's make extra mounted infantry. So 2 mounted infantry, 2 tanks, artillery, and another infantry. You know what? Let's actually stop building regular infantry. If I can get a towed or an actual like self-propelled gun. I'm trying to think here. Wait, did I cancel out artillery? No. You. I want to do more mounted infantry. Yeah, let's do more mounted infantry instead. Well, thank you very much, Bob. Sorry for the delay in response there. My tablet died, so I had to plug it in. And it's not charging, apparently. So I'm having to use the alternative chat and actually see anything. Actually, I probably could be doing this, and I never even thought about it. That was weird. Public chat. Oh. Done. There we go. Those are good. Yeah, let's agree to those. No. Let's say yes to both of those. That muted. There we go. Oh. There we go. Anyways, so kind of got changed up a little bit. So I think we're good for stockpiling. Yeah. I need to build more. But I also need better tech. So it's going to be one of the bigger problems too, is running out of supply when we invade the States. We've got 4 more years until we can invade. I mean, we can invade earlier. That's no big deal. I mean, we have 25 tanks versus whatever they have. I want an Atlantis Site Treaty. Just so I can see where their troops are. Improved plastics. So theoretically, they have almost no troops down here in the south. Most of their troops are in the East Coast, as expected. This theoretically is quite the, you can call it an intelligence coup. Because, I mean, the Americans have no idea what we're planning. So that's no big deal. From the looks, I mean, they've got a lot of probably troops here and here in reserve. So that's probably no big deal there. I mean, they have 2 million troops that they can call up. Now, that's 2 million troops active. Now, that also includes, I want to add, that includes the base personnel. Trying to see. I mean, they're all for, they're saying I need base electronics anyways. I didn't pick it. Let's look at trade for it. Wow, suddenly that went up fast. What base electronics there disappear then reappear? We're getting there. Yeah, it's basically saying this artillery gun's no longer good. Self-propelled cannon. Or some sort of self-propelled gun I would love to have right now. Being able to take the eastern coast in the U.S. would be such a good move. I mean, it would be pretty glorious, I'll have to admit. Like, taking the east coast would be just insane. But we're going to obviously worry about a lot of resources, though. I mean, the moment I can produce rubber is when everything should take off. But what else do I still need? So I need quality standards, which is modern microscopes and magnetic tapes and improved glass and optics, molecular biology, improved materials and radio transmitters. We'll support that. The moment synthetic rubber turns yellow, it's going. Are you willing to trade me anything that I need? Yeah, you said the one tech. So I guess you. Yeah, because the U.S. right now is actually the most technologically advanced country, I guess. Let me guess. I ran out of rubber. I did. So we have 86,000 tons of rubber. Whatever. So England will probably supply us military goods when we go to war. But I wouldn't mind stockpiling more. 202,000 tons. Right now we only have 3 active, full-size military goods facilities. If our military goes full-on active, we're going to hold off on all that research. Just contemplating here. I'm using my noodle. How long have I been going for? 2 hours. What I'm going to do, we're going to go for a quick little break and we'll come back. I'm possibly going to make the decision whether to go to war with the Americans sooner than planned. Yeah, I'll come up with that idea. So with that in mind, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to pull up some music. And we'll be right back. We'll be right back. It'll do it sooner or later. There we go. It always freezes. I don't know what it is. For some reason, my OBS freezes every time I do that. I'll be right back. Okay. And we're back with a drink as well. Give everything a few moments to kick in here. There we go. Alright, so don't know if I still feel comfortable enough actually going to war with the Americans. Still one of those things where I'm a little nervous about. We know right now that they don't have a large force near the border anywhere. So we could make some inroads if we wanted to. But I don't know. We still don't know what their military composition is like. And here's ours. We have 644 infantry, 24 recon, 36 tanks, 278 pieces of artillery, and 12 transports. If we compare that to, for example, a country we know for a fact how they fit, we have 500 more infantry units than the British. We've got double the amount of recon, same amount of tanks as the British, ridiculously more amounts of artillery, and they have air defense, we don't. Now, mind you, they also have units currently active as well. So this isn't including, for example, these 6 tanks right now that are currently active. So, we'll support that. Support that. So right now we're we're in a bit of a tough spot. We could invade, and I think we would do okay. With my plan to suck all the American units east, and basically just deploy everyone else in defensive positions and just constantly artillery. Do fine with the majority of spots. Now, what I can do is save, declare war, try a few things, and then save scum basically, which is kind of an idea I have. I mean, I'm pretty sure. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try and do a full deployment of our forces right now. Just our ground, not our air, not our navy, just our ground forces. Full deployment on 3, 2, 1. $200 deployed. 237 units deployed before we had issues. And I need to actually fix this right now. You need to go to Sherbrooke. So this right now is our invasion force. 158 units. Lots of mounted infantry, lots of artillery, small amount of tanks, and a ridiculous amount of artillery and troops. Units are deployed in the west to fortified locations, but our invasion force deployed really well. In the meantime, we still have a significant amount of troops still in reserve. which is gonna make me decide. Full deployment right now. You can see as our reserve personnel goes up, or as our reserve personnel goes up, we should be watching and slowly seeing our reserve units themselves be deployed over time. We still haven't deployed aircraft or the Navy. I'm pretty sure we have more units than the Americans do. So what I'm thinking of doing now every now and then we get a new unit, which isn't that bad. But what I want to do, what my major concern is right now is supply. And it doesn't look like any. Here we go. We had 2 engineers deploy at all that. I'm not too worried about the election. As we're deploying, we're also... So, I mean, it's not... What I could do... I still have units deployed. Okay, let's reserve. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. That didn't work, did it? I have to fix this right now. we go. So you reserve there. You reserve. Put you further back one. You reserve there. And you reserve there. And these guys will keep deploying. Fortunately, there is a hey, stop deploying button, please. I think we finally got to it. Nope. Put you there. Stop deploying. Huh? I think we won. Hey, we won the deployment war. Oh, no, we didn't. Yeah, well, I'm just going to let them keep doing what they're going to do. In the meantime... we need to get the synthetic rubber. Modern microscopes and magnetic tapes. Interesting. Well, let's buy more rubber from the British. And from the French. Really? Oh yeah, the Dutch, I guess? Dutch East Indies, British Sarawak, Siam. You produce rubber, don't you? I may actually have a target for our very first colony, actually. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Siam, the Canadian Asian territory. We're going to go to war with Siam. Yeah, we are. That's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to send a butt ton of troops out west. Well, that's 60. Well, we're going to send you just to the Vancouver port for the moment. This will bring it to 70. I have no idea why they're doing that. Girlfriend just got home. Hey, we won the election. With a 30.1%. Wow. $76. Oh, they're all done being built there. Perfect. So what I also want to do now is go through and find all these little these small ones, and replace them with real ones. So for example, there is what? 2 here. Scrap that one. Scrap that one. Do I want to send engineers over there as well? I mean, the main reason why we're going after Siam is for rubber. They have rubber production down here in the south. That's the only reason why we won't want to go with them. If we could piece them out early, that would be fine. But we are probably going to have to send at least a stack of engineers with us. Fight our very first colonial war, which would be kind of fun. After Siam, can't go after Indochina. Obviously, we can't go after India. Tibet is landlocked. Most of Africa, except for Liberia. Hello, Jello. Alright. So we have 2 targets. Liberia and Siam. And we're going to get 2 puppets. And we're not researching the best we can here. These ships out of the way as well. The missiles. So yeah, so Liberia is also going to be a target for us. They don't have any actual area for us to land. We don't have the technology to land, so we're actually going to have to use engineers to actually invade Liberia and fight a war in Liberia. Why didn't I do this sooner? So we're at Siam and Liberia. And I'm pretty sure... So we have two massive forces. One's going to go west to Siam. I keep looking at the microphone. And another one is going to go east to Liberia. The one going east to Liberia is going to have... a lot of engineers with it. It's going to be mostly engineers. It's going to be 8 groups. 8. And let's go with the majority of our engineers. Because there's nothing these guys can do until an actual port is going to be built. So what I'm going to do is sea transport. There. And they're also their additional help here. We'll do sea transport. You go reserve. We're lucky because there's a port right here. So we're going to do our very first amphibious landing with no naval support. Let's see how this goes. I do have some warships, but I don't think... $5,000 kilometers. Yeah, they wouldn't even get to Liberia. So our ships don't even have the range. But yes, we're going to declare war on Siam, and we're going to declare war on Liberia, and we're going to build up ourselves some oil. Which reminds me, I have to send at least 4 of you to Siam. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to send a full stack to Siam. Liberia in place. Siam almost in place. So we're... oh, crap. Well, let's do this. That didn't work out. We're just going to leave our troops down there and let them recoup. Britain. I thought we got... Oh, you didn't give it to me. You gave me the ability to build it. So that's my bad. I thought we were given a supply ship. It turns out we were given the ability for a supply ship. Yeah, we're going to build 10 of them, and then we're going to send them with warships as well. Okay, that's no big deal. So, they're recouping. So we lost all our artillery, though. There we go. So, mental note, we should have landed our troops in British Malaya. Alright, we should now be ending supply here. Hopefully those guys get there without getting shot at. Alright, we're doing good so far. For an impromptu war, it's actually not that bad. That's a good question. I've been going for 2.5 hours. Let's do you. If I have those ships built now, you're all gonna travel together down to Liberia. What are in you? Engineer. Engineer. You're going over here. It's a regular infantry and stuff, right? Yep. Alright. So you're gonna land and then build a dock. Well, you guys down here. Oh, I think our engineers just showed up. Yes, they did. Perfect. Hey, my dear. How was tea?
Alright. We ended up just having water because it's hot.
That's no big deal. That's no big deal.
Yeah. Does he still need to be fed?
No, I gave him dinner about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't eat anything then.
No, just all your attention and love.
I know.
Guess I know, puppy. Okay, so this fleet's ready to go. Stay information. All that jazz, and go here, please. Do I have anything here yet? Okay, so you're going to build cargo ships when you're done that escort ship, which is good. Okay. I believe we just finished both these facilities, which we did. I'm going to now transfer and send some aircraft over there, because I believe we have an airbase here. We do, which is perfect. Aircraft in reserve. I'm going to send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aircraft. They're going to be ordered here. I screwed that up. I need an airbase between Ottawa and... They're doing good. Pretty sure that will help build that faster as well. In the meantime, you should now be building cargo ship. Perfect. So in 8 days we'll have a cargo ship on the west coast as well. The airbase is done there. You guys can all come back to that location. We're still having issues with rubber, which will be literally fixed momentarily. Now that you're built, I can actually redo the attempt I just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So first things first, you're going to go here. Perfect. Now you're going to go to Winnipeg. Perfect. And now you're going to go to Lethbridge. You could have made it. I'm not impressed. I am not impressed. Okay, well, anyways. You guys should now be able to fly, no problem then, to that location. Thank you. You're going to do a sea transport to there. Well, actually, I'm going to get whichever one's a full stack is going to go there. The other one's going to go there. So aircraft coming up. Now, are any warships in reserve here is the question. 6, 7. That'll be enough. Oh, I just deployed submarines here instead. Derp. You're all going back. So here we go. So we have aircraft that are now going to start doing air patrols. And these guys should now cause some problems. Cannot believe that I screwed that up with the warships as well. They shot down my fighters. Okay. That's good to know.
Come on. Good boy.
Jerks shot down my fighters. So let our supply build up a little bit. In the meantime, we'll switch over to our other conflict. Text message from my butcher. We're going for 3 hours. engineers up. Okay. Wait, is that our... We have our rubber plants. So we've now captured officially our very first rubber plant. They're almost repaired. Once they're done, we'll get to see what our rubber... Look at that. We're already at 98% or 98 tons of rubber production. Look at that. That's beautiful. 99. Now, the best part is, if I hit the button here and look, we pretty much have the majority of the area. Once we get up to about here, against them, is when we'll actually start to look to see maybe if we can do some sort of peace deal or something with them. What are you? Hold on. Why did you suddenly stop moving? You're back. So first things first. You move over there. And all of you go into reserve, because I apparently don't know what I'm doing. In the meantime, you haven't actually built anything but subs. That would explain my problem. Okay, so you actually aren't going to have any support as well, which is no big deal. Because honestly, I don't think you guys are going to need it. Warships are here. Wow, we just lost a tanker. If they're able to take that tanker out, we actually could be in a very bad spot. Turn this into a port. What am I doing that? Building a port here would really help on that side of things. I mean, their tapes are good to go. Launch physics, particle accelerators. Let's go with you three. Synthetic rubber is no longer really important. found myself now actually building rail. I'd never built rail before. Now, I mean, it actually has a purpose. I can actually transport my troops with it. Look at that, 96, 102 production already for our rubber, and we're not even like building up the infrastructure for it or anything like that yet. I think we just captured Liberia.
We took their capital.
Nope, they moved their capital. Just no big deal. Artillery's going to head east. Engineers are going to come into town. We let things kind of settle over here a little bit.
We took their capital.
And they moved it again. Let's try something here. We'll capture all the rubber territory. Try to buy peace with them. It's no big deal. I've pretty much gotten what I want, but what are you gonna do? Supply will slowly extend out. We'll capture the remaining two. I keep looking in the wrong spot. Capture the remaining 2 towns, and we'll be good to go. Siam. We got you locked down pretty good. The armored car. No, it's a... This is going to take a little longer than expected. Stop running away. So I need a West Coast port. engineers doing there? Come on. Maybe they'll offer me peace one of these days. Okay, build, transport, rail. You go immediately north and then connect that way. And you're going to go up through the middle like so. You're going to go up in support. You are going to go up in support. You're all going to go there. Mental note. Supply might start being a problem. So let's get these wars over and done with. I think they're just gonna fall. They're just gonna fall.
We took their capital. We took their capital.
Okay. So, Liberia is done and over with. I'm going to be sending a lot of my engineers home. Plan is to keep at least one full stack. Of engineers. Well, actually, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should be more than enough. Whoa. What are you doing? Oh. Because you're not my territory. Why won't you go into reserve? Oh, because you're damaged. Derp. Those are all engineers. Okay, we'll start our rubber production very slow, or very soon. Yeah. You're all just going to sit there. Come on, declare peace. So I can just march right up your continent here, or the peninsula, I should say. perfect. Doing really well with stuff now. We haven't even started building up stuff yet. Go. Get our ships up and over. Okay. That should be good for military goods. For the short term. As we slow roll ourselves up the continent. warships keep moving on their own. Five, 6, 7. Well, I didn't plan that well, did I? Yeah, more military goods, please. I got a little too overzealous there. Let these guys recoup their losses. They'll have no issues holding them back. So artillery and armor is things I'm going to need to bring to Siam to push into their capital, for sure. For sure. So with that in mind, we're going to put a cap in today's episode. Between this episode and the next one, I'm going to bring over more of our armor, our tanks, and maybe even some of our mechanized infantry. And I say take what's left of Siam. We've got the majority of the country. It's a matter of taking the capital at this point, probably. And then, well, that'll break their back, and it'll just be a matter of just rolling over the rest of the country. Well, then, man, thanks for watching, everybody. And I will see you in the next live stream. So just so you know, the stream will freeze temporarily while I move over to the ending. But thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.